Today our main topic is sexual reproduction in flowering plants. But the subtopic, some advantages are there for cross pollination in plants. What are the advantages? What are the devices for cross pollination? Actually, many of the plants are having bisexual flowers. Bisexual flowers means both androecium and gynoecium is present. Both androecium and gynoecium is there. When the androecium and gynoecium is present, their self-pollination is possible or cross-pollination is possible? Definitely self-pollination. Definitely self-pollination. That is our expectation. But plants are having some advantages for cross-pollination. The plants are having some devices are there for cross-pollination. What are the devices to prevent self-pollination and to promote cross-pollination? The first one is dicliny or unisexuality. Dicliny or unisexuality. Presence of unisexual flowers. Presence of unisexual flowers is called dicliny or unisexuality. If unisexual flowers are present, there is no chance for self-pollination. Yes? So when unisexual flowers are present, there should be cross-pollination. That is the best controversy or the best device for cross-pollination. So very important point here we have to discuss. Here for example I am taking the papaya plant. Papaya. Here the male plant having male flowers. Male plant having male flowers. Female plant is containing female flowers. So female flower means there it contain only gynoecium. Here only gynoecium is present. Here only androecium is present. Okay, so male flowers are releasing the pollen grains, falls on the stigma. Male flowers are releasing the pollen grains, falls on the stigma. Okay, this is clearly called xenogamy. This cross pollination is xenogamy. It means transfer of pollen grains from stamen of the one flower to stigma of another flower present on the different plants. Pure cross pollination. It's a unisexual flower. Another type is there. For example, you take castor and maize. Castor and maize. They are also cross pollination. That cross pollination is called geitonogamy, not xenogamy. That is geitonogamy. What is geitonogamy? Here, plant is only one that containing male flowers and also female flowers. It means male and female flowers are present on the same plant. Male and female flowers are present on the same plant, monoecious condition. Whereas in papaya, dioecious. Castor and maize, here the same male flower releasing the pollen grains. Releasing the pollen grains falls on the stigma of another flower, but present on the same plant. Present on the same plant. So geitonogamy may be cross pollination. Here those two flowers are present on the same plant. This is geitonogamy. Whereas xenogamy, male plant is different, female plant is different. Clear ma? So example, castor and maize. Next, dichogamy. Dichogamy, very important point here. Male and female reproductive organs are mature, yet different timings. Male and female reproductive organs are mature at different timings. When the bisexual flower this is the bisexual flower. When androecium matures earlier than gynoecium. Androecium matures earlier than gynoecium, then that is called protandry, androecium, androecium matures. So here androecium releasing the pollen grains, at that time the stigma immature condition. So it is preventing the self-pollination. Example, gossypium. Whereas protogyny reverse. Protogyny completely reverse. So here this is the bisexual flower, gynoecium. So gynoecium matures earlier than androecium. Gynoecium is maturing earlier than androecium. It means gynoecium is matured, androecium is immature. Like that it is preventing self-pollination. Example, solanum. Clear? And hercogamy. Male and female reproductive organs are present at different levels. Male and female reproductive organs are present at different levels. I am taking the hibiscus. You take this, the hibiscus flower. You know this is the stigma. 5 stigmas are present. You know, in hibiscus 5 carpels are fused. All 5 ovaries are fused to form single ovary. All 5 styles are fused to form single style. But stigmas are free. 5 stigmas are present. That is stigma. Stigmas are present above the androecium. So androecium and gynoeciums are present at different levels. So like that it prevents self-pollination and promoting cross-pollination. Example, hibiscus. So here male and female reproductive organs are present at different levels. Key point level. Heterostyly. Male and female reproductive organs are present at different lengths. Length. I am taking the primula plant. Primula. In primula plant, the specialty, 2 types of flowers are present called dimorphic flowers. So dimorphic means one flower is having short stamens, but their style is very long, like that. In another flower, long stamens are present, but their style is very short. Here important thing is cross pollination takes place between the flowers. Yes, cross pollination takes place between the flowers having styles and stigma of the same height. Styles and stigmas of the same height. What does it mean? Yes, this is the short stamen releasing the pollen grains, falls on the stigma with short style. Here, long stamens releasing the pollen grains, falls on the stigma with long style. So the cross pollination takes place between the flowers having styles and stamens of same height. Example, primula. Self-sterility, one more important point. Self-sterility. When the pollen grains falls on the stigma of the same flower, when the pollen grains falls on the stigma of the same flower, which cannot germinate, and the same pollen grains falls on the stigma of another flower, which can germinate. It is also a controversy for cross-pollination. It is the advantage for cross-pollination. It is the best device for cross-pollination. When the pollen grains falls on the stigma of the same flower which cannot germinate, if the same pollen grain falls on the stigma of another flower which can germinate. Example, passiflora. But especially in orchids, when the pollen grains falls on the stigma of the same flower, it becomes poisonous. And one more controversy, pollen prepotency. That is also one more device. Pollen prepotency. When the stigma receives pollen grains of the same flower, pollen grains of another flower, pollen grains of same flower, pollen grains of another flower. Which pollen grains are germinating? Foreign pollen grains. The pollen grains of another flower. That is called pollen prepotency. Example, Dahlias. These are the devices for cross pollination. Now the discussion point is pollen pistil interaction. Very simple discussion. Anyway, after pollination, you take, this is the stigma. Now this is the ovary. Just you take, diagram is observing or not. So look at here. Here is very easy. Now you take, this is the stigma. and this is the style. Here ovary. Okay. 60% of the pollen grains dispersed in two cell stage. A two cell stage means the pollen grain containing vegetative cell and generative cell. Two cells are there, vegetative and generative cell. Whereas in remaining 50%, three cell stage. It means they containing vegetative cell and two male gamete. It means the generative cell again divide to form two male gamete. This is a male gamete and a male gamete. So generally most of the pollen grains are dispersed by two cell stage. So pollen grains dispersed by the wind and falls on the stigma. Now this is the pollen grain, and you take this is the exine. This is the exine. Yes, exine is thick. Exine is thick. Thin area of the exine is called germpore. Germpore. So there the intine comes out as a tube. Intine comes out as a tube. So actually when the intine comes out as a tube, that is called as pollen tube. That is a pollen tube. Pollen tube is moving through style of the ovary. This is the style. So the style of the gynoecium. So this is the style, the pollen tube. Now the pollen tube containing both vegetative cell and generative cell. They mutually exchange their places. It means first generative cell, later vegetative cell. Now this generative cell again divide to form two male gametes. Two male gamete. Male gamete and another male gamete. Slowly vegetative cell degenerates. So now at the tip of the pollen tube, how many male gametes are there? Two male gametes. You take, this is ovule. I am taking the ovule. Yes, this is ovule. Inside the ovule, embryo sac is present. I am taking arthroptropous ovule, straight ovule. And this is embryo sac. 7-celled, 8-nucleated embryo sac is there. So, this is egg apparatus, antipodals and central cell. This one. Antipodal, central cell, egg apparatus. This is the egg cell and these are synergids. In the synergids, filiform apparatus are present. Filiform. Finger-like projections are present. Finger-like projections. These are the filiform apparatus. Actually, filiform apparatus directs the entry of pollen tube into the embryo sac. So, the pollen tube entry into the embryo sac directing by the filiform apparatus. Already we discussed about the structure of embryo sac. Now the pollen tube entered into the embryo sac, and there finally one of the male gamete fused with the egg cell. Male and female gamete fused to form diploid zygote. Actually the male gamete releasing first into synergids because of filiform apparatus. Later on, that male gamete fused with the egg cell to form diploid zygote. Diploid zygote. Another male gamete fused with the secondary nucleus. So to form PEN, primary endosperm nucleus. One male gamete with the secondary nucleus. To form triploid endosperm, primary endosperm nucleus. Slowly, synergids are degenerating, antipodals are also degenerate. That is pollen pistil interaction. So the pollen grains falls on the stigma and pollen grains are germinating. Why? Due to stigmatic secretions. Stigma secretes sugary substances. Sugar is there. Like that, when you place the pollen grains of Fabaceae family members, anything, pea or chickpea or anything, place on a glass slide containing sugar solution. So when you place on sugar solution, slowly the pollen grain forms pollen tube. We can observe it under microscope also. Anyway, this is the pollination mechanism. Then we have to discuss about artificial cross pollination. It means hybridization. How hybridization takes place? So first step is selection of desirable parents. Selection of desirable parents. What is the main aim of the plant breeder? Desirable parents we should require. What is the main aim of the plant breeder? Incorporation of all desirable characters into a single variety. That plant should contain disease resistance. That plant should yield more. Quality is more. Quantity is more. Everything. All desirable characters should incorporate into a single variety. That is the main aim of the plant breeder. So for that, the first prerequisite is selection of desirable parents. Parents, important. So when the parents are selected, after that what is the step is emasculation. Next step is emasculation. So actually the flowers are bisexual. So far if it is unisexual, no need of emasculation. Bisexual flowers means they contain both androecium and gynoecium. So what is the meaning of emasculation? Removal of anther from immature flowers, or removal of anthers, immature flowers of a bisexual flower. So anthers are removing. How the anthers are removing? By using forceps or by using brush. We can remove the pollen grains or remove the anther. So removal of anther or pollen grains in a unopened bisexual flowers is called emasculation. Emasculation is done with the help of forceps or with the help of brushes also. So after emasculation, no anthers. Now these flowers are covered with the polythene bag. That process is called bagging. So selection of parents. Next, what is that one? Emasculation, removal of anther in unopened flower. So with the help of forceps, that is called emasculation. After emasculation, what is that one? Bagging. Why bagging here? So to prevent undesired pollination. Maybe undesired pollen grains may fall on the stigma of emasculated flower. So that is why that should covered with the polythene bag totally. Later on, we have to collect the desired pollen grains from the desired plant. We have to collect. Slowly, that desired pollen grain should place on the stigma. Desired pollen. So the desired pollen grain forming a pollen tube containing the desired male gamete. Yes. The desired male gamete fused with the egg cell to form a diploid zygote. Like that, desired male gamete fused with the secondary nucleus to form pen. So like that, cross pollination called as hybridization takes place.